It's got pin badges. There he is. He is completed. Oh no. Look at that. Yeah, most likely. See. Ivy's sword. Look at that. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry if you hear a rumbling noise in the background. I've just got the aircon on because it's bloody hot. Thank you, Lilithray, for the follow. Much appreciated. Didn't see it as it was in the starting soon screen. Partner's just handed me this light LED unit for PGU because I lost it. Turned out it was in the laundry. After I brought a new one. Typical. Hello there, V. How you doing? How's everyone else doing? Hope you're all good. As we are here, we're about to finish off the PGU now. We've only just got phase 5, as they call it, of the instructions to go through, which is just the weapons. So let's get the parts we need for that. So this is what looks like the parts. Just boosting you in some places you aren't advertised. Get you some more views. Thank you, V. Light unit and how it activates are terrible. Yeah, I would have guessed that. Do I need R? No. I need W though. U3, that's it. And then B2. Right, beam rifle parts. Yeah, I know, it's like you have to move this section here to press that button in. Don't have any batteries for it either, because they're hard to get hold of at the moment. Thank you. Mechanical will simply make his own. I will eventually, yeah, get around to making my own. I got the LEDs for it. There's not much space inside here for batteries, so it's like trying to figure out what kind of battery to use in it. You have to do some odd wiggling, moving of a central chest area to make the switch work. Light itself's okay, but it's so weak for what it's trying to light. It might be a case where I might just switch out, take this apart, take out the circuit board, and then wire my own LEDs and my own battery supply to it. That might work. We'll soon see. And let's cut these out, get them ready to go. That's those two V1. There we go. Oh, so fragile, these bits. So nice colour separation on this. Oh, we got a nice set of decals for it too. I got for GU work. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some decals because the stickers for it are rubbish. Absolutely pants. There's going to be a lot of. I'm also going to get some better photo etched metal because ones for this is shit. My ones didn't actually come off the green, so we're getting better ones of those as well. Just ignore the harpy lady. I might use that Z-Got with panel lining practice, you know, with the pens. Yeah, it's a good idea. Can always get more. He's going to be the right laugh to build. I'm going to be so lost. Yeah, he'd be alright. Like, everything's clamshell design, so. I think I'm going to sneeze on. Oh, sorry if everyone has got headphones on. Oh, forgot to mute. Oh, I think I just blasted my mic. Oh. Oh. Right, let's continue, shall we? So I know I wasn't talking to V that long ago, but how is everyone else? Oh, nice trigger. An actual working trigger. Didn't expect that. And then this one here. It's been quite warm for me today. And this probably has for the rest of people in the UK who are not used to the weather. I've been dying in my office trying to do phone calls to people. Doing good. Finished tweaking camera, even though it will be replaced in a couple of weeks. Just chilling here now. That's a good idea. Chill, relax. It won't be long. And you'll be smelling the burning coron. Coronet? No, I can't even pronounce the damn word. I'm going to attempt to. I still wish they put me under for an hour to do the surgery. I'd be so bored. I think the worst part of it is the smell, from what I've heard. The smell of burning eye jelly. So we're going to finish this off today, because it won't take long. So I need this blaster, shield and a core fire. And then we'll get on some 3D design. Show you my process and how I design my 3D models and prints. Really awesomeness, yes. And don't worry, I've also ordered a balancer. I don't actually have one yet. Oh god, this crappy one from U-Star. Which should be fun. It does the job though. You're going to build that revise properly this time, or are you carving them up for parts too? That revise will be built properly. Yes, I'm not cutting them up for parts. Already done that to one. It would be fun, but before I build the revise, I'll be building the RE Nightingale, because that's fun. I'm also hoping to get an MG Ale Strike soon in the post. So I can build that on stream as well. Oops. Excuse me. Cool. Alright, next, more gold. I might eventually get around to finishing my custom Castray. Might. Depends if the weather holds out. Weekend. bits over there. Don't forget, you can also, if you want to see some Pokemon cards, like V does, I do still have a load to do. You can get them with channel points, all bits. I'm sure V is saving up for some. I kind of like this gold. It's a nice dull gold, like weathered. V2 dead. Good. Oops. Got a little too close there. Got a little bit of sand. There we go. And then those bits there. It just fell off. Typical. One out of my hands. Hope that holds there for a little bit. Just moving my boom arm for my mic. Need to get a new one at some point because it's a bit prone to falling off. Because the mic I got for it is so heavy. I'm doing this, it's not even on bloody camera. Has this camera been knocked again by my head? Like... I might still use these stickers here though, as well as the decals. Get some new ones though. I'm quite surprised that a PGU, especially at this price, came with stickers and not decals. Still odd. Very nice colour separation on this. That's a bit closer. I like my guns big. As the orc says, wah. Can't do any louder. No, you're right. Big guns are cool. That's why I like the RG Hyper Bazooka for high noon. It's a big ass gun. Oops. Almost took the end of my thumb then. With my eyes, I've fixed that as a kit. I'm going to try high new RG with a bazooka. Yeah. As it is a very nice kit. I do like it. I did enjoy building it a lot. Do like what I've done with the beam rifle here so far. Very nice colour separation on it. Like I was telling the earlier, if you can't afford a PGU or can't find one, you can always just get a RX-78 MG 3.0 because they're almost similar in design and gimmicks. Bloody mold line on this, it goes all the way around. Let's buff that out. Do some buffing. And that reminds me, be with you being here, I haven't done the subscription welcome pool for Pepega, who subscribed on Saturday. Completely forgot. I'll do that later. See what special Pokemon card we get. That goes on like that. New phone tomorrow. I have Fleet Command as usual, but also be back on Pokemon Go. Your missus getting you back into Pokemon Go. think I can turn it off for now. That's better. I haven't touched Pokemon Go in a while. It's because we don't get out much here, and it's not a Pokestop or gym near us. So we tend not to bother. Yeah, gonna be weird. Open up my old account. I think these games are linked to my number. Hope so. Mine is linked to my Google. Yeah, that game is still going strong. Still making a lot of money. Like so. That's it with his muzzle brake. I've got to do the site next apparently. Which is more gold. Ah, Papega. Unplugging the cables on the phone didn't work. Yeah, Google Account is the app store, isn't it? The cables were shot. One was half burnt through. I think the phone simply went to overdrive overnight and busted the screen connection. Damn. Yeah, there was a bit of a overheat. What are you doing to your phone to make it overheat like that? Well, it took a while to find that tweet 2 years ago. Didn't feel that long. Yeah, post your link, man. I'm good with that. New phones have been a long time coming. It's iPhone 6. Let's see then. Very nice. I do like those decals. I'm just going to give you a follow. Doesn't sound like a very normal thing for a phone to do. Could have caught fire. Yeah, you're right. Here's what McCann did to me yesterday. I'll let you have fun with that one. I know what I did to him yesterday. Yeah, it's a very nice PGU. Oh yeah, I'm hoping to get some decent decals, some decent metal etch parts. God, flash on this, man, Jesus. God damn it. There's a lot of flash on these parts, so it's not nice. Those are the margin hobby G-Work decals. I just wanted flat decals for the Grandad. Didn't want shiny or UV ones. No, I agree. You don't want anything too flashy. The idea of the kit is it be flashy itself. Let me hold my pinky out. long way to go for you to get on my level. You definitely have a look. Get some of those. Oh, these. This flash is just ridiculous. Considering how much we paid for this kit, how much they toted the kit of Bandai. Ugh, so many problems I found with it. Kits. Not want to give it that nub mark. How annoying. I might not be able to fight you with gun blockers, but I can fight you with Pokemon merchandise. And I'll just fight you back with cards. Yeah, definitely going to go for a different lighting rig for this once it's built. Once I get around to actually putting decals and that on it. Doing some, extra shiny bits, maybe some panel lining. Bring out some of those panel lines. I was somewhat bemused by the fact that the PGU beam rifle has that flip up top part for what could be the battery. It seemed like, why do this detail? Yeah, I do agree. Wow, Yoko Beans, thank you for the follow. Yeah, dude, I think that is for battery. Then again, look at that nasty gate mark there from the chrome, and I can't, so I won't be opening it. Alright, Yoko Beans. There's a lot of gimmicks on this that you like. Why? Like on my one here, the left arm is just so loose there. What is that? See, look at that right arm. Whereas that just locks in place. And that one doesn't. Yeah. Yoko Beans. How you doing? How's it going? How you beaning? It's nice to see the chat filling up. What you been doing, Yoko Beans? What you working on? Been playing Diablo mostly, waiting for my MG Death Scythe to arrive in the next couple of days. Ooh. Maybe some dinner, pie and chips, good old staple. Trust UV. I have a semi-loose left shoulder of mine. Waiting for shield, happily makes the shoulder flop around if trying to move it. God. Which Death Scythe is that, Yoko Beans? Which MG? Endless Waltz? Standard? You rich folks in your PGUs. Alright, being Sage. Mr. Sage has entered the building. Say rich. Yeah, Ian. Alright, cool. Oh, I see, yeah. The black winged and the Swolts one. Yeah, that's a nice kit, that one. I think I've only got one Death Scythe. wherever he's at the moment. Which is a 1/100, but like all the wing 1/100s, they're kind of small, except for the tall geese. From tall geese flew. DEWL, yeah. Been out for it since my birthday last year. Ooh, very nice. Every time I see a PGU, my double riser screams from its box to build. Yeah. I didn't pay for my PGU. It was an Xmas. Oh God, lucky you. I paid for mine. I missed out on Gunpla UK's pre-order, one they were selling for $275. I had to settle trying to source my own. It wasn't cheap. I had to spent $230 on it, then spent 70 quid on the shipping, and then I spent 50 quid on the import tax. Even though I'll do for the first 5 minutes of opening this, play with the GN drives. Yeah, that's what everyone does. GN drives are great. I love my GN drives. Got one just in the housing. Just sat on my desk. I'm just going to take this off here because there's only a bit left on here. And it's kind of distinctive and you know what it goes to. There's just hands left on that. A warning, if you plan on painting the PGU, I probably won't, I'll probably just top coat that thing. Don't fit that yellow part. What, this part? Sorry, remind me of tax, still need to pay for the new. Yeah, I'm just going to top coat mine. I'm not going to be fancy like Rick. The clear lens will right. Oh, I know what you mean, that bit, yeah. That's alright. It's all going to be top coated. If I wanted to put a light in it, I would just drill through. There are ways of getting stuff out, especially if you don't glue stuff. That does look nice. This one, there it is. It's an utter swine to get out. I bet it is. What I probably would do if I do anything with it is just take that part out and put a pokey stick in there and just push it out from there. There we go. That's the sight on. Very loose. Alright, let's move all this out of the way so we can get on to the next page. Yeah. Which new's yours, Pepega? The car. Got Stephen Fiber on. Oh, alright. Not a bad kit, that one, actually. As you probably know, we're only going to have one of these. As I've got the light up one sat in his backpack right now. I'm just wondering what these two parts are from. They must be from the core fighter. I'll still build the other saber just so I've got a spare just in case. But I too have Midas touch, yes. What you got there? Now you need to get high. Yeah, backpack for it. Honestly, it ended up being cheaper than expected. Yeah, yeah. Steve at gunpla.co.uk, very good at getting those kits and you need cheap. It's unfortunate that the next PGU, if he does get it in, it's going to cost 500. Just the way it is at the moment. Well, I do have a Midas touch. 500 PGU, yeah, I think that's what you said last time. So last lot he said were 275, but since then they've gone up dramatically in price. Even in, like, mine cost me just over 300. Yeah, just for him to import them, and all, you know, and still try and make a profit on them. To be honest, I don't blame him charging that much. Gotta make it worthwhile, don't you? Maybe by the end of the year they reprint some, but geez, even the stock prices make me, yeah. You look at some Japanese stores and that, and they have tons of these in. And if you're using the proxies, they do come off quite often when using proxy. But even then, you got to take into account like shipping and stuff, and import fees. Like I said, the import fees for that was 50 quid alone. I wanted it here quick, so I paid for EMS shipping, which was 70 quid because of the size of the box. You could go surface and it'd be a lot cheaper, but then you're risking it going surface because it'd take like 3 to 4 months to arrive, and then even then, if it's not damaged or not, or stolen, as it happens, the surface post is not as looked after or tracked as well. But like I was saying earlier, if you want a kit that's like the PGU but don't spend for money, you can always get the MG RX78 version 3.0, so that'll work. They might reprint it, but I doubt it. They'll probably just move on to the next 160 they're going to do. Because even this is a reprint. This is a reprint. Just put one of them on there like so. It's got so many gimmicks on it, they're all bloody loose. Right, let's get onto the shield next. That bit there. This bit here apparently. M4. K4. Only Q2. No, only Q1. Which is that one. Need that piece. Who's messaging me with what? That's one of the best things I saw in the Origins box. Translucent shield, so pretty. It is nice, isn't it? I do like that. The shield for that. K5, do you need K5? Okay. No. there. Okay, cool. I think let's get this started. This is a nice shield, to be honest. I do actually like this shield. So I need these two Qs first. I do believe a HG Cycle Gundam is similar size to the PG. Do you think anyone would notice if I painted it in the RX? True. Yeah, the HG Cycle is quite big. But I think there are some differences in the design. They're similar, but not the same. Yeah, we'll get this done. Do the core fighter afterwards. Then do some Pokemon cards for everyone. Don't know what people are like. Gotta do the Pokemon, yes. Do the subscribe card. I forgot to do on Saturday when Pepega subscribed. And then we'll get on with the 3D design. And that goes that way. Cool. Then I need that big piece here. Even if you did open the pack then, I would have been there to see it. That is true. Get off. I wasn't much in the Pokemon mood Saturday anyway. Just wanted to build. Guys, we're going to have a natural break in this. Might as well. Alright, that goes in like that. That way around apparently. Okay. And the P1. There's the P1. Probably a clear piece. Probably a clear piece. I'll find out in a second. So I need this piece here. That goes in like so. That's what I'm looking for. So did anyone see the Xbox Expo yesterday? I almost missed it because the bloody marketing was done badly for it. Wait, that just sits in there, really? Easy. I saw it. It was alright. Yeah. I thought there were some decent games that looked like they were going to come out soon. What was it? Invalid looks good. Fable looks good. See, they try to keep British humour for Fable. Compared to the other shows, at least, yeah. Not much else really. That looked interesting to me. There's a lot of like Japanese games that used to be PlayStation exclusive. That would be day one in Game Pass. If only they showed actual gameplay. If they would, yeah. I know that's the problem with a lot of these companies now. They don't show gameplay. They just show a CG cinematic, which is just stupid. The Star Wars Outlaw from Ubisoft looks. Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, looks different. It'd be interesting to play someone that doesn't have force powers for a change. If there's like an actual, that's one of the bits I think that Star Wars Jedi Outcast and that miss is that piloting the ship yourself. If you're able to do that, that'd be great. Or some form of magic voodoo. Yeah. They just sit there. Where does his hair come from? So they just like that. Ugh. Don't like that. Do not like how that's put on. Just praying to the old gods that Final Fantasy 17 Reborn won't be a timed epic, especially when it eventually comes to PC. Yeah. Pokemon? You wait. Do you have the points? Ah, thank you, V. I don't know why it's double playing. God, V. I've got my power resub. You do indeed. Two sacks or two mouse, yeah. Oh, now it comes up saying he's subscribed to me. Bloody thing. I'm gonna have to look into that. It's being a bit slow recently. I do not like how this shield goes together. These bits here are just bad. Ugh. I do not like that. Just noticed it's saying resub and I'm like, oh, pilot? Dumping. How does this go on? It goes on the same way. Oh, fucking god. Don't like this. This shield is cursed already. Oh, come on. Yeah, I do not like how this shield goes together. That could have been done a lot better. can see the swell from the injection molding process. So I might have to go over it all with a sanding sponge or something. So I'm going to tell me to put that in the wrong way around. I think doesn't like staying put. Right. I just noticed saying resub. I got a lot more things to do to the channel as well. Like better emotes. Got really kind of rubbish emotes, to be honest. Ow. 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 Just trapped my finger in the snips. That hurt. Right, that's all them used up. Ones that went right on my wish list were the Spirit of the Samurai, Dune Awakening, Rika, Ica, South of Midnight, Clockwork Revolution, By Sweet Carol, Ebenezer and the Invisible World, and Engard. Stuff that was already on my list were Space Marine 2, Remnant 2, Little Guardsman, Ashfall, and Senua 2. I do want to actually play Senua 2. I enjoyed the first one. Yeah, I forgot about the Clockwork Revolution. That did actually look good. Looked kind of BioShock-esque. And of course, yeah, Space Marine 2. Especially with Space Marine 2 having a free-player co-op. That's gonna be fun. That's not even all of it. I still got to buy the latest Star Wars to play. I don't get much time to play games these days, to be honest. In between streaming, building, work. So when I do play games, I try and play some of them as much as I can. Like I'm playing Slay of Spire at the moment. Which is just a rogue car builder, which is quite nice. Quite relaxing just to do. Cool. There we go. Alright, let's build this thing. Alright, that goes in there. That goes in there. Like so. Cool. that goes in there. There we go. Back with food. Cool. Well, I'm glad someone got games to look forward to. It wasn't much of interest to me. Yeah, I agree. I was looking forward to Redfall. Look how that turned out. I'm just hoping Space Marine 2 lives up. Because I won't be happy if it doesn't. I will not be happy. Especially to do our Captain Titus dirty. Space Marine 2 better hold up. It's got to be funky. Yeah, we got that, and then we'll be playing Destiny 2 for Last Word, was it? Or something like that. Final line, whatever they want to call it. Right, rest of the sprues. Cover in the hands. Should be for the core fighter. That's a gun, man. I don't play Destiny 2 often enough to know for every name of every bloody gun. I can't believe they're bringing back Cade. Like, they killed him off for a reason. Are they bringing him back because people have lost interest and need someone to bring the player base back? Alone with Dart remake grabbed me with its super short demo. Liza P is going to be next played Souls-like. Deathground looks like a horrifying dino survival horror. That does look good. Bookwalker looks like a really nice puzzle game. And then there's AC6 and Scarlet Deer in. Silent Hill 2 coming, plus Starfield and fun. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for Starfield. Considering after 76, they burnt that bridge there. I'm glad Cade's back, because especially after we lost Zavala, true. I went in to live with Cade coming back, missed him. Yeah. Ace of Spades is Cade's gun. Last weapon is Tex McKenna, rapid fire hip cannon. I see. Oh, it looks like Rick is having problems with Diablo again, because he keeps logging on and logging off. There was another game I was looking forward to. Oh yeah, Alan Wake 2. Because I loved the first one. Didn't much care for Control. Control wasn't anywhere near as good as Alan Wake. Tex Mechanica, get your gun back. You've been told, V. Cade is coming back mostly because we lost Lance, yeah. Just my own thoughts about why they need a character that has the same engine. They do. They do indeed, you're right. I don't think they rewrite Cade into the story as much as the short. Such short. You'd be surprised. I'm just glad it's Nathan Fillion. Yeah, I'm glad it's not like a someone else impersonating Nathan Fillion. You can't have Cade without Nathan Fillion. But make it all worth it. I just hope it's a good expansion, because the last one, Beyond Light, boy, it's not that good. I haven't brought it because of all the bad reviews it's got. That's where I stopped, basically. Was Last Light. Who honestly cares about the other lead NPCs? Sure, we like Drifter and Banshee, but the others, not so much. You're right. Or see Warlock's name. I can't remember her name now. She's not really a fan favourite, is she? Evening, Navy. Evening, chat. Right there, Stevie. How you doing? Shax is funny, but only when you want PvP, yeah. And I hate the game. And yourself for doing PvP, yeah. No, I agree. I'd only do PvP grudgingly, just to get my things up. What you up to, Stevie? What you been building? I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm alright, just hate the weather. I do not like heat, never liked heat. Too hot for me. That's why I have an aircon. It's turned off right now because it's cold enough in here. Right, so let's go. I'm just glad this thing has landing gear. So last week nursing a bladder infection. Oh god, man. I feel for you. Not fun stuff. And that goes on there. So cool. Right, then I'm gonna push that up. It is H14. My overall thought is that on D2, this expansion can go bugger off and I'm not spending the money to fish. Yeah. No, you're right. When it comes on discount, I might get it. It's discounted enough. That's what I did with Witch Queen. I just waited. And Witch Queen wasn't actually that bad. Hey, fishing's only 10 years. Shall take my silver. God. Oops. You just have to grind to the hard cap. Sod grinding, man. Jesus. That's one of the things I don't like, is just having to do a grind to get anywhere. I don't mind it, but sometimes some games make it excessively. Fishing is free, as long as you don't get caught. That is too true, Stevie, too true. Where's on the final expansion off for like 20 quid? Then I'll probably play it for a long story. But yeah, true. But you know, Bungie won't just stop at Destiny 2. There will be a Destiny 3. Like they've just redone Marathon. So I'd be very surprised if they don't do a Destiny 3. Oh, why? Save yourself money and time. Yeah, exactly. There's too many people these days who just play games way too intently and just hard grind everything. And it's like, you do you, but I'm in it just for the fun of it. Jump back in when everyone's at the same light level when Final Shape launches, yeah. They always give you like special items to jump your character up to certain levels. Just so you can keep in line with everyone else. Yeah, that's always a wise move. Or just wait for a Game of Year edition to launch, where it have all the expansions on it. Then you can just pick and choose. If doing a campaign, will get gear for one character and not net boost for another. Yeah, exactly. Again, I'm kind of tired of FOMO bullshit. What's going on there? Okay, next page. I know this probably ain't one of the biggest core fights you can get out there, but it's nice that they include one. Might swap my rover when we play. I'm naturally a hunter, but I might go Titan. Never know. Yeah, I'm naturally a hunter too. I just prefer the game style. I'm kind of glad I don't game. Yeah, it's not for everyone. Like I said, I used to do it a lot. Not as much anymore. Parents lied to me. They said, study now. You can game as much as you want later on in life. That's a lie. They lied. I should have gamed more when I was a child. Right, next I need Q. I used to pre-internet. Yeah. Oh, I still remember first getting dial-up back in 2000. never was really into gaming when I was a kid. It was all about Pokemon cards and going outside and getting dirty. It wasn't until the Xbox came out that I actually became really interested in gaming. I remember the first time I ever played. Oops, I put that wrong. Yes, I did. Yeah, I remember the first time I ever played it. I smell old people. Yes, Pet Burger. Me, V, and Stevie. Yes. I'm 35 this year. It was all fun and games. Alright, let's get this done next. I hope these are not as loose as the ones on the other kits. Same here, halfway through porn, someone would pick up a phone. Yeah, fucking dial up. I'm glad that we've gone out of that era. Oh. I use the internet for so much stuff these days. Selling and watching and streaming. Imagine trying to stream on a 56k. The first game I properly remember enjoying is Sonic 2. Probably why I've got a Mega Drive 2 plugged in. 1 and 2 knuckle cartridges, yeah. I remember playing Sonic back in the day. Again, like I said, I used to have a PlayStation 1. I played a lot of, I did play a few games like Digimon and such. Spent many a happy hour outside playing war and avoiding the church wardens. I was a weird kid, if that's hard to believe. I used to take things apart, put them back together again, see how they worked. Probably why I became an engineer. Yeah, I play war games and such with my friends. Cycle around and such. You better not be bloody loose. You're loose. God damn it. This is one of my complaints about the core fighter for this kit. That's that one. That's that one. Yes, when they go in, they act like covers for the undercarriage there. Our first ever game was Amsterdam. It was called Harrier Attack. God, I remember hearing that. So my first ever technical game console was a DVD-like thing, where you would put a game in DVD in and then use a remote control to move the characters around like a point and click. I had like Flintstones and Jetsons on it. We're talking about like 94, 93. Jungle Strike, Pew Pew Apache Gunship. I remember I used to, on PlayStation 1, I used to play for hours on end, just playing a demo of Destruction Derby. Next we need this piece. See how my dad ran my house fixing the car? Yeah, I remember those. Oh, I know. Thanks for another subscription. Another subscriber. Thank you very much. That's only single. Hey there, hope it's going well. Thank you, Anna. Yes, it's going very well, thank you. We're almost done here. Just finishing up the core fighter and then we're done. Love you, alert. I hope people would. I'm slowly adding and revamping stuff. Then we've got a Master System. Soon upgraded to the Mega Drive here. I think I got a SNES and a NES lying around somewhere. Some of the best games with the old ones. I'm going to put this together. Am I doing this wrong? The answer is usually yes. There we go. Yeah, I do. And that goes in like so. That's why I hate these wing sections. It's the same on all core fighters of the RX. They've got bad wings. Anyway, Anna, what you up to? What you doing? What you been doing? Have we had a good weekend? Right, this is the fun part. Right, so we've got these two. Let's take these out. How many of these packs I've got to open now? That's 3, isn't it? 3 packs for 3 subscribers. How many of these packs have I got left? I've got 3 of these packs left. Perfect. Okay. Next is this one here, and 3. Being powered through the HG Breaker Battle Log line. Nice. I have 2 left. One I have on hand, the other I still need to order. Got an update on my package, just says it's reached Finland again. Hopefully that means it's moved a few cities closer to me. Oh yes. Yes, we can all but hope that kind of thing happens. I should be having delivery soon from E1246 with some decals for me. My package is still in my pants. Save the Oh, damn it. Gotta go find that now. Bloody cheap plastic. Where did that go? There they are. Oh, for fuck's sake. I picked him up and dropped him again. Lift the go this time. Breaking screws with my chair. Oh. You know how hard it is to find something that's red on a red carpet? Steve wants to get my clams on it. You think it's that small? Let me just see if I can find this piece I shoved on the floor. There it is. Under the desk. Stay. Bloody thing. Time to go off in the... Isn't Finland like one of the happiest places on earth? Technically happiness, or just content. I have been toying with the idea of actually moving out of UK and going to Finland or Norway. Somewhere better than this country. Right, and let's put the tiny little buckets into the little rocket pots. Come on. There we go. To be fair, I don't even recognise these parts. No rocket pots. Move to Norway, close to the Finnish border. Get paid truckloads of cash for working in Norway and shop for cheap in Finland. That's a good idea. There we go. Then that goes on there like so. Oh, come on. Stay in there. There we go. Right, so that's that page done. Nothing left on that sprue. We binned. Just these sprues left, I think. And then we're done. Got to do the other hands, of course, but I'll do them off stream. Can't be asked to do one on this stream. Right, the last bits. Go have a long shopping trip to Iceland. Yeah? Not a bad idea, like. I use Audi. Can't afford Tesco. Smart. Partner works with store discount for a win. No, nice. I'll tell you what I find funny is that my sister-in-law and her partner both work for Rockstar, and yet I can't get any exclusive gear or shit off them. And they did give me a nice dev poster, but what's the point of having family in places that you can't take advantage of, eh? Alright. Put these on. Some nice detailing on this core fighter. And there we have it. A core fighter. Not even an early copy of GTA 6 to play on YouTube? No, unfortunately not. And when you talk about it, it's our secret. So that is for core fighter. With a PGU, and it comes with an undercarriage as well. So there's an undercarriage that folds out, which is nice. You can display it like that. I think it also comes with its own stand, which you put somewhere so you can display it. There you go. So you put the peg in there and you can put it on a flight base or something. That's always fun. So if you're like, I do actually have an action base lying around here, that's perfect for this. Where did it go? Where did it go now? Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, I was going to say this for an RX-1100, but I could just use it for this. Come on, you can fit in there. Bloody thing. There we go. You know what? That does look like a core fighter. So yeah, I've got EDF base. So they could display that next to it. Or if I really wanted to, I'd just fold it up and put it inside. Instead of having the core block that's in there already. Folding this up and put it inside in there. There you go. Not a bad little kit. I did actually enjoy this build. There's more instructions for more hands and stuff, but I'll do those later. Again, I'll be fuddled to do them now. I'll take pictures later on of all the bits together. But yeah, all the different poses. And like all waist movement and gimmicks and such. Quite a lot of gimmicks to this, which to be fair, I don't like all of them. I don't think a lot of them are needed. Not a bad little kit, he says. About a £300 upgrade. Not that game. Hey Rick. Oh, what's known as a slap content. True. How you doing, Rick? Diablo 4 giving you problems? You're just in time to see me finish the PGU now. Luckily I had a base tank and frames a bit. Yeah, I've got the core fighter built now, done for beam rifle, got the shield done. Oop, missed a bit. But yeah, and the PGU finished. And I found this. Where'd you get that stand? It's a Bandai stand. It's just, it was a limited edition. I was going to use it for one of my RX-78s, but I think I'll just use it for the core fighter of the PGU. Trust the Blizzard polish, man. Hope they fix it, man. That's not a scratch. This is what I mean. Blizzard, Activision, same company. At the moment, D4's bringing in more money than COD. If you really want to hurt Activision, you gotta hurt Blizzard. Now 3D print stands for us. How did I see that coming? There we go. Iconic star. Yeah, I'll do the rest of the hands and another off stream, and I'll take a load of photos. And we'll see if Bandai US steal those ones too. Bloody kids. I didn't even give Bandai permission to use my photo. At least GW has a common decency to ask you first. Right now on stream, I'll do it, you feed. Hey, you enjoy the kit how you want to enjoy it. I ain't gonna stop you. Alrighty then. So yeah. Nah, Gift's absolutely got spotlight streams. So while you're away, Rick, I've had 3 subscriptions. So we're going to do the last 3 of these special Pokemon Go packs. Thank you very much. And an X because you love me, Rick. Just got to put these away. Why are they blue? Because because they're special promotion Pokemon packs. There's only one card in it, promo card, and so far all I've got out of it is Squirtles. Which is a pain in my ass. I'll just put some of these away. Starters though, yeah. That's what I seem to be getting. There are some like really rare promo cards amongst all this. Let me get the light back out. Let's do this one first. And we have a Squirtle. God fuck. Another Squirtle. I got like 10 of them now. Bloody things. They lied to me. Right. And again. Let's see what I've got on this one. Charmander. I reckon someone's weighed these when they gave them to me. Riveting. You know where I got these cards from? Japan to go. I ain't going to burn them. I'm going to burn them. Waste of money right there. They were free. Alright, I've got to get to the other cards now. I've got to move all of Rick's and Steven's cards out of the way so I can get to mine. Oh. Motion damage. We'll do an EX card. Or do we do one for... Yeah, got those ones. How about we do one of these instead? For free. And you're my friends. I know Rick's close to 4,500 points. I know he is. These are all for cards that Steven sent me to sell on his behalf. .6. How is that? Never mind. And here's all the cards that Rick has sent me to evaluate and tell which one to get graded. You know what, Rick? Because we had such a Hans promo cards, let's do a special V-Star too. 2K. You're not that far off. So yeah, if everyone doesn't know, Pokemon cards usually cost you channel points. 2,500 for a standard booster. 4,500 for the special V-Star. And you can also use your bitties too. I should have some sound alerts up for that. So, use your last card. I think. Let's do this through that. These are all Japanese. Silver. Still cheaper than my 5k for powder, you fiend. I'm gonna have a price match. Cannot remember this trunk's name. Steel type. Sloth. Mountains. And a Pelipper. I hope you like these Pokemon Leagues that are coming to you. I don't want any of them. I'm not collecting that set. Right. Now we know we're going to get at least 3 shinies in this pack. Whoa! Lord Metal Man! Jesus. Thank you for joining. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. How you doing? Look at that, pal. 5 packs. Yes, free sub. Thank you, Lord. Man, that's much appreciated. How are things up that way? Hope you're not doing... not bad, mate. That's good. Hope you're not letting Twitter get to you too much. I was just playing some Starship Troopers and Marshall. Alright. Awesome. Professor's Research. Snow Boots. Village. Cannot remember his name. Paris. Ghastly. Reverse Hollow Punkaboo, I believe. Shiny Articuno. That card again. Ooh, a Goatee and a V-Star. And man, you know me, I take the crap and laugh at it all day. Nicely done, man. I do so. Shout out, yes, please. I've yet to buy that it is any good in real life. You mean game, don't you? Early access still? Oh yeah. I haven't played it yet myself. I don't have most of these cards left. I want to just chuck it with it. I've got his English cards. Yes, and for an early access, it's pretty damn good. Ah, interesting. I might have to look into that then. Can't remember if Lord Metal Man does streaming. Yeah, you do, don't you? Anyway, as you see, I've just finished the PGU. My son and I have been enjoying the Starship Troopers game. I might get it then, if anyone else has been enjoying it. Oh, my old clip of me playing Foxo. Slug my nuts. So yeah, so I finished the PGU. It's always a slug. And I finished the Core Fighter. So yeah, so we're good there. That's good. So the next part I'm going to do for this kit is I'm going to 3D design. Looking nice, brother. Thank you very much. I have to get you on Twitter again. I do follow you. You need to send me another link to your Discord. I left Discord a lot of Discord channels a while back, just because I just had enough of dealing with people. But yeah, give us another link. This damn makes a Core Fighter look real nice. I know. I'm glad I had it lying around. But yeah, so what we're gonna do? The next thing I'm doing is going to design, because one of the main complaints. I'll throw it to your Twitter. Thanks, man. One of the main complaints about this PGU, because of the price, and it doesn't come with a bazooka. So, and to be fair, in orders for mega size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to 3D design, or try to 3D design a bazooka for it. So what I've done is I've gone into my Gundam base RX-78 3.0 and got all the bazooka bits from it, so I can use them to measure. So what I'll do is I'll make it in 1/100 scale, and then I'll scale it up to PG, and then I'll add detail. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch us to my desktop view, and we're going to have a good old look at how I design things. So let me just get my OBS moved. Right. So I'll move my OBS over here for now. So I might not see chat that often. Okay, I'm going to see secret things today. Also helped with secret things. Now with something different. 3D design. Yep. So I'm just got to find the. Oh. Nothing's too good when you're. Everything's so tiny. Right. Let's just change the title. It'd be helpful with a spell. Do that first. And then I want to change the scene to Chrome. Yeah, typical. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, this bloody thing, I tell you. Oh no, I'm doing things. Things are going horribly wrong. Oh my god. Why? Why? So on properties. It's all gone wrong, fellas. I don't know why it's projecting. Why are you projecting? I can't see chat right now either, so it's being a big pain in my ass. How do I undo projection? It is not doing what I wanted to do right now. I am failing miserably. Still capturing, which I don't want it to do. Alright. That's what I wanted to do in the first place. Bear with me. Bloody thing. There we go. Got there in the end. Still can't see chat, so you bet you're all right. Laugh at me. You gits. Send you a link. Have a good night, mate. I'm off to work in the morning and all that. Alright then, mate. See you later. scroll, damn it. It's not letting me scroll. Anywho, we've got to where we want to be. That's the main thing. And you can see my screen, which is good. You can see desktop. So yeah, so what I've done, if I show you some of my previous stuff. As it loads. So I've done quite a lot of things. As you can see here. So a lot of these are designed myself. Replacement parts, extra weapons and stuff like that. Like a replacement trailer door for the Gen G1 Optimus Prime. There's like tons of other stuff. Like tone arm clips for vinyl players. Another exhaust stack for the G1. My first tank, the Dominator for Warhammer. But yeah, so if we go back, mainly a lot of these things, like this one here, either have a reference point that I would measure and then build up on top of that. So like for the last thing, so this is the aerial eyes, which is the last thing I did. When it loads. Just got to tinker this, upload it quicker. So yeah. So these are the aerial eyes I made using the original aerial eyes. Bloody thing. Goodbye. Don't get me started. So yeah. Usual tinker stuff. So I measured the originals and made up my own using different blocks. And that's how I do it. So if we go back to the start and get a new one up. So we go to create. So this is Autodesk Tinkercad. It's a free web-based map and subscription. Yeah, man. In fact, everyone who thank him who got a subscription from him. I'll open up some cards in a bit, just for those who are thirsty for cards. But at least let's get this started on. So yeah, so one of the first things to do, we've got all these pieces here that I'm going to use and make parts of. So I want to try and make it as close to these as possible. Of course, in some instances, like this piece here, that bit goes in there like so. So the like this goes inside and hinges in this hole here. So yeah, so stuff like that I might make differently. I might make the same, just to keep it simple. So what I'll do is I'll measure most of these, and we'll start with one. So get out my calipers. So I use digital calipers for this, so I have as accurate as I can measurements. And what we'll do is we'll start with the main barrel, so the forward barrel. You see it's got this like tapered flute on the end, and see-through all the way through. And it does have like a little notch on the top there. So first things first, I want to get a column out. Just here, increase the amount of size it has to make it smoother. And then, so I can get accurate sizing. So the first thing I do is measure for width. So there's going to be different widths. You've got the width of the inner section there, width of the outer of the flute there, width of the main barrel, and the inner diameter of the barrel itself. But normally these are done, especially with Bandai stuff, you can do these within like millimeters of each other. This is how I get all the bits I need. Oh, Wife did take the Fido 4R, but she's giving it back in trade for some Japanese cards. I am a Pokemon captain. So yeah, so this is reading at moment 9.9 millimeters for the entire width of that, so nearly a centimeter, but not entirely. So we'll just change that to 9.9. 9.9. So now we've got our starting tube. So what, like I said, we're going to build. It's lurking. Thanks for the alert, man. I'm going to bed now. Thanks for the stream. No worries. Take care, buddy. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm going to do everything in this scale, and then we'll scale it up, and then we're going to add detail. So I don't know how much I'm going to do tonight, because we've only got an hour left, but we'll see what we can get done. So we've got for width, that bit, then we want for length. Bloody, it's not going my way today. Bloody Rick's curse of dropping things and having technical difficulties. Alright, so we want the entire length of this tube. So I only want to go up to here, really. So it's 49.67, which is near enough 5 centimeters, but we'll try and keep it as exact as possible as we can. So that's the length of that part from the fluted bit there to this lip here. Then what we want to do is get another cylinder, increase the sides. Usually make it a different colour so you can tell the difference in what you're working on. So then for length, then what I do is get the length of the entire thing, which is 56.56. So 56.56. Let's get this snap grid. So you can change the snap grid to off or to like 0.1 millimeters. And then we want to, I always try to zero it every time. Then we want the diameter of this piece here, which is 9.43. So we'll change that to 9.43. Cool. And then what I'll do is want to center these two up. So get both of them. There's a symbol up here. That means a line. So you want to click on one of them. So now these two will align to just this one here. And you just want to center it like that. Hope you're all following well. Afraid if I click the middle mouse button again, it's just going to go back to the end screen, annoyingly. I can pan though. But yeah, so that's so far so good. Next we want to do is try and get this like little lip here. It's like key, as they call it. And it's slightly a bit wider than this actual barrel around here. So there's one or two ways we can do this. We could measure that way, which is probably the easiest. So make sure it's flat against that edge there. Bring it with calipers, and we can see it's 9.79. So what we want to do is get one of these square bits here. We also can tell, because we know for the height of this one, so we know the full height of that, and the height up to this point here, we can calculate how big this has got to be. So we got a 4.9, where's my, a 4.9 and a 56.56. Can't do maths in my head anymore because technology has ruined me. So yeah, 56.56 minus 49.7. There you go. So we know the height of this has to be 6.86. Okay, and it adjusts it for us. And we know for width of it's got to be 9.79, so we'll go there. 9.79, and then the actual width. So 0 it again. I think I've gone ahead. Yeah, alright, Pepega. Have a good one. Thanks for coming out. So we take a measurement on that, and it's 1.08. Cool. Then with this piece, we can align it up with this piece here. Center it, bring it to the top, and then bring it to the edge. And so we have that lip now, that key that this has here. You can see. Next part, which might be one of the hardest parts, is this flute. So one of the best ways to get that is by using a cone as such. Again, you want to increase the sides max so it's as smooth as possible, and then we're going to take the measurement of the base, which is 11.3. Because the way these are injection molded, they're not completely perfect symmetrically. So it's not like the perfect circles right there. You can see that the size of the circle changes when it gets to the mold lines. So we'll go with 11.42. So once this is printed, this will be actually more symmetrical than this. And then again, we will center these two. And then after that, it's all about look. So this here is all about the eye. So I can bring this here, and if I increase the height, increase how far this flute comes. What I can do, to make it easier to see, is measure this flute, which is 4.9. So if I make this 4.9 in height, I can then change the view type to that, and I can compare the height of this purple line to this red line, if it lets me do it. So then I know exactly how far I gotta go. Now we're near enough there. So that's most of it. And then the next part is what I do next is to select it all, group it so it all becomes one piece. And then we're going to hollow the whole thing. So we need a hollow tool. Again, make all sure the sides of that so it's not so smooth as possible. Then we're going to measure the inside diameter of this barrel here. And just turn it around so you know you got the best bit. There we go. So 7.49. And as for the height, it doesn't really matter how tall you do it, as long as it's taller than the object you're playing with here. So we know that this is 56, so if we make this 60, and then we can just line them up. And we can group them to make the whole. What I'm going to do first is ungroup these. Take this sheep here, Control C, V, take it out, and then I'm going to reduce the size of the base there and turn it hollow. So another cool thing about this program is you can turn anything hollow, any shape, so you can use them to cut other shapes out. 9.58. Again, this doesn't have to be exact, this is all just rough science now. And then I can just make this. So this is 42, and if we make this a lot smaller, about there, that should do it. And then we can align these, then we group the entire lot. There we go. We have a barrel with a fluted end. So there's the first part of a bazooka. You can't see. God damn it! I am gonna kill people. There we go. Better? This is like PVC tube by size 3D printing. Well, 3D design and then 3D printing. You've got to remember, when some people who do 3D designing don't do it for 3D printing. That's why it's good to use this program and not Blender to make 3D printable models. But yeah, I'll ungroup it again. So yeah, so there's all the parts. So there's a hole. That's the big bit we did. There's a red key bit. That's the main barrel. Fluted bit, and there's got a fluted hole on the inside. Group it all, and you have yourself a barrel. There we go. That's one of the easy parts done. There it is. So yeah, so it's one part of the barrel done. Just make an OBS source just for this activity, that way it won't keep switching. Have its own source. It keeps switching because every button I press is a shortcut. Doesn't matter if the source is what. Oh haha, yeah. I thought Blender was just to add boobs and genitals onto video game characters and ponies. Like shortcuts, yeah. Man, the internet's changed. Blender's used for all sorts. Blender was made to make this figure. Sculptor I follow called Hector Sculpt made her, my Harpy lady. Yes, she has boobs. In fact, she's fully naked. You just can't see it that well. She's airbrushed white. You'd be surprised. Upset. Go to Coats 3D and there is an option that is called for naughties. Click that and then your mind will be blown by what people make using Blender. Right, so what we're going to do next. This is going to be quite difficult. Whoops. So we might as well go up the barrel. And we'll try this, make this part next. This is the center part where the trigger housing and handle go onto. I think it's that way around. So yeah. So what we could do, because normally it hinges a bit like that, so you can put it on his shoulder a lot easier. Dear God. The only thing I know how to make in Blender is smoothies. Damn, Rick, I just felt Saving Private Ryan reading that. Good one. Fucking hell. So yeah, we'll make this part next. So you can see how much complicated things you can make with this simple program. So again, we'll start with this cylinder. Drag it over here. Increase its number of sides. Get the diameter of this piece, which is again 11.85. Right, so this is where it gets a bit different. So let's first find out the height or the length of this cylinder. Which is 14.88. So we've got a few fun parts in this to do. It is quite a complicated shape, to be honest. Right, so we've got the cylinder. Next thing we're going to do is measure out the diameter of the inner hole. This is important now. And this is what a lot of people get wrong in 3D printing. 1.6, right. Wrong one. I hate when it does that. Oh. Well, Spade, how you doing? Ooh, V never told me you also design 3D models. Yeah, I do a lot of things. 3D modeling is just one of my many things I do. Like I said to V earlier, I am a jack of all trades, but a master of none. That's better than being a master of one. Right, so height, let's make that 16. Right, so one of the main things a lot of 3D designers when they first start out get wrong is that, especially when you're making things to go into things. I only 3D print models. I still have yet to learn how to design my own prints. That's right, Spade. I'm only just learning myself. But I've learnt enough to make, you know, replacement parts for Gundam, mainly Gunpla and such like that, and old toys. So yeah. So these are replacement eyes for the aerial, for fuck's sake. But yeah. I've been enjoying the little tutorial. I'll be getting a 3D printer soon. Nice. That's a scene as well. Yeah, that's what I mean. So a good way to start is using Tinkercad. It's completely free. You can sign up on your own thing, and yeah, let's just change the title of this here as well. PG Bazooka. So yeah, so one of the main things that people get wrong is when they make something that goes into something, so this bazooka will go into this section here, they make the hole the exact same size as the ring here. So when they just don't go together, they're too tight. What you want to do is make it like a fraction of a millimeter. Yes, very small. Small world. So as we can see here, this is 9.4 in diameter. Maybe going up to 9.5 in certain places. Whereas the inner side of this is saying to be 9.6. But I don't think it needs to be that deep. Oh, lovely people chilling. Yep. So yeah. So what we'll do is, considering that there is supposed to be 9.45 in certain areas, I'm going to make the inside of this 9.5, not 9.6. Because 9.6, I think it might be a little bit too loose. That's like a millimeter and a bit. To be fair though, I'll leave it at 9.6, maybe 9.5. Because you also got to think about how, for resin prints, how your printer prints, and the different qualities that the heat, the temperature, the speed, it's all going to change the size of the piece you print by a fraction, but that fraction can mean a lot. So you got to be wary of that. Well, I love this community. Mostly chill and have a hobby that totally isn't a cult. Yeah, you're right. Isn't a cult. So what I'm going to do is then I'm going to center that on here. Just to line these two up. And there we go. So we've got the hole ready. There are more things to this piece. So we've got here, if you look inside there, if you can see, there is a keysed slot all the way through this piece, which is for this key here, so you can just slot them together. It is a bit of a struggle, but like that. I can't remember which exact way this goes, but I think it goes that way around. So what we want to do is we want to recreate that key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remeasure this key bit. So first thing is for width. So we're reading that 1.1. Isn't a coat? Looks like my Discord's name. Yeah, totally isn't a coat. Yeah, Spade. Isn't a coat. 1.1. So yes, 1.1 in width. So if we get this, another whole piece, which is here, if we make that 16 in height, and then we make it 1.3 in width, and then we want it, so that's 9.84, 88, 9.88. It changes. That's what I mean when you're dealing with like exact fractions. So 9.82. So we want this then for width, for height there, to be slightly higher. So if we put 9.88, like that, and then if we line these two up, both the holes that is, there we go. We then get this little keyed hole here that should accept that keyed bit on our other piece. What's the biggest model you've ever printed? Ever printed? So I have printed a Warhound Titan. Also, if I can get to her. Come on, off you get. The bikini stuck to it. There you go. Also this. Just angle it that way. But I've only got a Saturn printer and a Mars 2, so I can't print that big. But yeah, so Warhound and her are the two biggest things I printed. I'll make a Tony Stark weapons over here if we can only get some AC/DC. Can't get copyright striked. Ain't happening. Alright. So we've done the main center bit of this barrel, like extension or barrel coupling, because it couples two barrels ends together. Oops. So the next bit is this entire fin assembly here. So what we want to do is we want to measure. The best thing to do is to do it in multiple parts. So we're going to do this separately, and then we're going to attach this to the barrel. No, very nice. I'm printing a Johnny 5. Nice. And I say, so far it's the biggest. But buddy, zip me files for a giant RX 1082 gun model, and I'm going to scale it bigger, so I have a feeling that'll be bigger than Johnny. Nice. Did you see? Oh, who was it? I think Rick tweeted about it on Twitter. Some PC gaming company decided to 3D print a PC case, a Gundam PC, well, mecha PC case, even though it looked exactly like Ariel. But what they did was they 3D printed a box, and then 3D printed a model to go on top of the box, and the PC was in the box. I'm like, that's rubbish. And they said it took us 2,000 hours to print this. It's like 2,000 hours to print that. I'm like, did you not use, Elegoo Jupiter? Or something, a big printer to print stuff? Oh no, you must have used a Mars. Printed 2,000 hours, something that rubbish. It made me laugh. Starforge penis rocket. But no, I'll have to look at that. But yeah, so as we continue, so what we'll do is we'll do it in separate parts, and we'll go bit by bit. So if we get one of these, and we're going to make all this here, and then we're going to attach it to the I'm pointing to my screen, lads, if you can see me pointing. If we can attach it to this here. So first things first is we need the measurement length of this. Yeah, I saw that they commissioned someone to do some artwork of the mech, but then the commission decided to just modify an aerial Gundam instead. Yeah, the 120 3D file for the Gundam 2 is too big for my printer. Nothing's too big for printing, trust me. You can rescale it, resize it, rechop it. Alright, so it's almost in, it's just about an inch in length. So 25.03. Cool. It's that much bigger, and it is, how wide is it? 1.36 in width. That's how wide it is, and then the height is 3.83. So a whole Gundam, or do you have to print the individual parts? That's it, if you print the individual parts, it's a lot easier. Okay, that's that part done. Next we're going to do this block here, and then we're going to add this block here, and then we're going to do cutaways to make this. So next we need one of these. Do the same width, 1.36. So the height for this is going to be a little bit more tricky due to where it is. So you've got to get a bit creative with how you measure. Sometimes it's by eye, sometimes you can get away with it. Okay, and then if we get, so what I'll do is I'll get the length of this piece here, which is 5.87. Make this a different colour so I can tell it's a different thing. As you notice here, it sticks out a little. So sometimes the best way to get that is if you get another, just a random ass piece. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter the size. All you want is the length of it. So you get like the full length, 26.43. And what you want to do is then you line up one with one edge of this piece. So we'll line that up with. Oops. So we align up with this piece, do that, and then we'll align this one up as well. I'm holding down Shift to do multi-select, if you're wondering. Make it sure it's aligned there, and then you want to click on this and this piece, and then align it with the other edge here. So then you got the whole overlap here. Hey, PGU, hey Cav, what's going on? Like, CAD CAM software? Yeah, iCAD. So I'm making a 1100 bazooka from the Gundam RX 782, and then I'm going to scale it up to PG size of 160 for the PGU that I have sat here, because there isn't a bazooka for the PG size. Noob tube, yeah. So at the moment, we've just modelled this piece here, which is the forward part of the bazooka, which is there. And now we're doing the coupling piece, which also holds the trigger housing. Next, and just using a CAD CAM program and digital calipers. This is the best way of getting a decent 3D printable 3D file. So yeah, all fun. Right, next we'll do another block. I want this to be, let's just change this to a different colour for now. Now 1.36 in width. And then the height's a difficult part because it's partially inside the coupling here. So getting the height of that is a bit difficult, I say. But the great thing about calipers is that they have a little bit that comes out the bottom there, so you can measure such distances if you get confused. So like I can put that there, then measure the difference between the height of this piece and the height of the piece next to it, which is 1.54, and then I can take that away from the full height of this. So 825 minus 1.5. You know what, I can't be asked to do it in my head. That's why we have calculators. 8.25 minus 1.54 is equal to 6.71. Now we'll just change the height of that. And then all we need is the length of it, for this one piece. Which is 12.52. Cool. And then what I want to do next is then line that all up. So we line it up with a small red piece there. We want to get it centered, and there we go. So there we go. We have our, so here we've got our 3-tiered drop like we have here. Next bit now is starting to cut bits off to make it look more like this. Lots of time. Oh. Nice. Oh, excuse me. Not doing too bad because I had a few technical difficulties at the beginning. So if we look at these properly, I don't have a protractor on me, I wish I did. But these look like 45-degree angles, which is handy. Because we can measure the height or length of one of these sides, or both, get a right angle triangle, and just use that as a hole to cut into it. So we get one, so here's a right angle triangle. We can adjust the angle of it. There we go. And then what I need to do, so what we do is first piece, if we do this first corner here at the bottom that comes up against, just flip it round that way. Cool. So what I want to do is I want to make it just a little bit thicker, so 1.7. I want to turn it into a hole as well. And then we want to get, what we want is, we need to know height and width. And sometimes this is just a guessing game. And just trying to use your eyes as best you can, because sometimes you just can't get in there with the calipers. Sometimes. There we go. That's 1.2. This is, of course, formerly known as witchcraft. You're a wizard, man. I'm just using a very simple measuring tool with a very simple 3D programming software to make a model I want. Right, next is we need to align it with the red. There we go. Cool. Well, I sat here on my also, it just looks like a bunch of blocks for now, but once I'm done, it will. Then the next thing to do is the next one. So we'll get another one of these out. Change the direction. There you go, I haven't muted it this time. Don't worry, I was only measuring stuff. I wasn't doing anything exciting. 3.91. I wasn't actually far off. And what we want to do is... Why is that 1.5? Never mind. There we go. So, it doesn't really matter how deep this goes into this piece. And now, we just want it to align with it. Okay. So we can zoom in here, and we can then change the size to what we need. We can zoom right in just to make sure that these two pieces meet. As you can see, there is a very, very tiny gap there. So if we go 3.11, that gap should disappear, which it has. Now of course, because this piece is underneath this red bit, we can actually just select that and that and that, and then just group them together, cut all that away, and select that and this red piece here and this purple piece, group them together, and then you've got your second cut there. So they have it there, and then we have this right angle and this right angle, and all we've got left to do to get is this right angle here, and we're done. And that's those cuts there done. So again, we get our basic shape out. Why does it keep moving me? Yeah, we get a basic shape out here. Turn it around by 90 degrees. I think this one we need to go 90. So, oh, it did it the other way around. Cheeky. I love it, man. I don't know why it keeps muting. Bloody stuff. Must be a button I'm pressing. I gotta change my shortcuts, man. Have a look again at all my macros. Alright, so the height there is 1.88. Oh, I know what I'm pressing for minus. That might mute me. So yeah, so we turn this into a hole now. And hopefully this is the same size as this piece needs to be. So we'll center it, and then we bring it to the top. Let's just move these pieces again. The camera keeps moving, annoyingly. You can undo everything if you need to. Bloody thing. Do as you're told. There we go. As you can see, there it is slightly bigger than it needs to be. So, why is it? It's completely panned me away. I don't know how it's done that. Just completely panned me. Jesus, that's better. Okay, so this is slightly a bit too big. That's better. So we can find out what height that is, which is 1.55, and we just change the length here to 1.55. There we go. So it makes it a little bit more even. To be fair, when you're talking about like 0.0, when you're talking about 10 microns, it's not much difference. 4 beers down, we. You deserve a few crispy beers, dude. Yeah. Yes. I like it slightly big. Anyway, let's group these two pieces together. And now we've got that. So far this piece we have the main shape of it now. So you've got these like little beveled edges. They're not too much of a problem to worry about, and they can be done at another time. Or you can be sanded off when I print with that thing. My eyes can barely tell differences between the CM and 12cm witchcraft. Yeah, I'm working in microns. That's why I'm working. Okay, so we've got all that bit nicely done. Right, so if we're going to have to now try to do this little notch. That's just here. I got my fingernail in. So the best thing to do there is get this red piece here. Our trusty little red piece here. We want to get that length there. It's 12.45. That's 12.45, and if we line that up with this one here, cool. That means then we know where we're guiding this notch. And then we want to find out the depth of this notch, so if we get a hole ready up and ready, so we want that to be a width of 1.7. It's going to have to be a length of 1.5, which is nice. And then we want it to be a height of 4.05. Cool. Cool, so we've got our little hole. So the next thing we need to do is we need to line it up with this piece. So we want it to be centered to this. And we want it at that height. And then if we line this up with this piece here, there you have it. So this will cut out a little notch like that. And what I'm going to do, I'll do something fancy too. Let's just cut. I'm just going to copy this piece here. Can't see though. What? I'm going to throw something. Yeah. So I made a nice little notch. I got into that. So I made a nice little notch here for this. And I'm also going to make this little notch here in a sec. We'll do that in a bit. First, let's make this notch here. And we'll just group that with this one. There we go. So now we've got that notch. You'd complain about it more if it was a Pokemon cards, wouldn't you? Alright, so next thing we need to do is there are... Oh, you started D4 again, I see. Yeah, speaking of those. So yeah, so you got here like little grooves on either side here. So there's a trick to doing those. So first things first. What we're going to do is we're going to measure the length from there all the way to the end. Which is 16.3. So we extend the length of this to 16.3. Cool. Then we need to know the width of its notch. So again, we measure that. God, sometimes the light's a pain in my ass. And we're looking at 2.25. Cool. And again, we'll hit here and align them up. Yeah, and then line these two up again. So that's going to cut out a notch there too, but we will fill that notch in. So if I reduce if I measure the width, the length there, which is 3.7. So depending which side of the shape you grab on, depends which side moves when it shortens. Want to test some settings. Alright, you want Pokemon? Yeah. I know you would. Yeah, so what we want to do is, what I'm going to do as well is then take that, just delete that. Just going to delete that. Done my edit. I'm going to take this. It's done it again, hasn't it? Because I keep pressing control. I keep pressing buttons I don't think I'm going to press. So yeah, so we get this piece here. I'm going to turn that solid. Change it to a different colour. We're also going to extend it slightly by 2.8. Just make it slightly bigger than this hole. And then we're going to fin it. 2.1k, you're getting there. I'm almost good enough for a regular pack before we finish. I'm finishing soon. Probably after I've done these bits. So that's 0.93. And then what we do is we get that, align it with that. There we go. So first we do is we make the hole. And then we just slot that in there. Just going to extend it a little bit down. If it lets me grab the bloody piece I want to grab. There we go, that bit there. because I can't use the pan because it sends me straight to a goodbye screen. There we go, and then that's all that. So let's just group these together. There we go. So everything is left to do with the holes. Yeah. But unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today. But so far what we've done tonight is we've started on the coupling. No, I'm so close. Don't worry. Don't worry. So yeah, we started on the coupling for the bazooka. So we've got this housing bit which is going to have a trigger and handle on. And the coupling cylinder itself with the key inside, which is this piece here and this piece here. Next time we're going to do the holes in this piece. And we're also going to do the railings here as well. And we also managed to complete a whole front end of a bazooka, and which is hollow through. So yeah. Thank you for the stream, show. No problems. But this time we are going on purpose to the full screen because for those who have watched and listened to me babble on about 3D stuff, I will actually open up another pack. Or two. Because I didn't open up any last stream. It's different and awesome. See a process, yeah. I thought it would be helpful for everyone. So what we'll do is we'll open up one of these. And we open up one of these. And we open up one of these. And we'll see what we get. End of stream stuff. So what we'll do is we'll open up the Violet EX, and then Scarlet and Violet, and then V-Star. Just for Rick, just for and all those who helped me. It is 3D printing has always been fascinating. Being able to design and make parts and items. Yeah, I predict Squirrel. You shut up. But yeah, no, that's what got me into it. Is like I saw other people doing it, and it's like, well, I could use it to improve my models. So I 3D printed a shield for my Imperial Knight. I designed and 3D printed. So I could 3D print other people's work, or I could 3D print my own. And so I made extra parts. You know, I made replacement parts for G1 toys, and such. And then I made replacement parts for Gundam. On my 3D coats, I got HG replacement parts for Polycaps. It's always nice to be able to show others how to do it, so they themselves can then experiment and make more. First one, a Growlithe. Do not care. Scuttlebug. Spirit Tomb. And look at that, a shiny. Can't remember its name, I don't care for it. That's from a Violet set, I believe. Which I don't think I got any of them, so that's good. Pour me, thank you. I don't care for it. I don't care for its name. It's a pain in the ass to evolve. In the game, to get from the second stage to the last stage, you've got to walk it 1,000 steps. Literally have it out next to you, and you've got to walk 1,000 steps with it next to you. You can't cycle, you can't do anything. So damn annoying. We've got a Seagull, a Marrow, a Sinity, more mountains, and a Corviknight. Cool. set I got for free. I got 5 of these booster packs for free from Japan, so can't complain too much. I'll have Peeps and Pokemon Go tomorrow. Yeah, sure. You always add me. Alright. If I got space, don't mind. I've got loads of friends on it. Alright, so to end for night, on a good note, we'll go with these. Pokemon Fix is a good choice, yeah. We'll go with V-Star Universe, as it always gives us holos. We have a Regieleki. We have Double Energy. We have Sinnoh Friends. We have a Lapras. We have a Magmar. We have I Cannot Remember. Now we're down to the last 4. We're down to a Holo Mew. We have a Holo. Then we got a Machamp V. And we have a full art. Look at that. Yep. That was a good pull. I'll be going into my book later. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Thank you for those who have joined. Thank you for those who have subbed. Thank you to those who have followed. I appreciate all of it. Thank you, V and Rick especially, for turning up. You're always great supporters. And I hope to see you in the next one on Saturday. See you soon. Bye-bye.